Yo, what's good? Y'all know what time it is, man. I am tired, and I'm legitimately saying I am tired. Living this adult life. I'm tired from work. I've been tired the entire weekend. Okay, I got so many Z's this weekend. I'm just tired. But just recording this video, I get hit up Sunday night. Now, I didn't come into this episode with too many expectations after last week's episode, which got massively overrated, mind you. Got massively overrated. Last week's episode was not that good. It was excellent, mainly because of the visuals. Other than the visuals, it was an average to good episode at best. But this week's episode, one of my best friends, she hits me up and says, yo, let me know when you watch this episode, this season finale. She hits me up today, right? Then Monday. I had said, I told her, Sunday night I said, I gotta watch it tomorrow or whatever. I said, then I responded and said, got off work late, I don't think I'll be able to watch it, blah, blah, blah. And she wasn't having it. She was, I don't want to say upset, but she was bummed to say the least. And she's like, yo, who can I talk with about this? And I'm like, you know what, let me go ahead and check on my phone and see if I can go watch this episode. Yo, this is why I love it. This is why I love some of my best friends, because they be getting me on the good stuff, man. They be getting me on. This gonna be the most fun I've ever had in a Game of Thrones review. Yeah, that's a plane. But this is going to be the most fun I ever had in a Game of Thrones review. And I've been doing them off and on for years. I've been done this entire season, which I don't think I've had done. Have I done an entire season Game of Thrones? I may have done season 4 entirely. I forget. I think I got stopped. But this episode, I had said season 6, episode 8 was the best episode of Game of Thrones, hands down. This one surpassed that. It bypassed it. This one ascended into all-time greatness. Okay, this episode did. So much greatness in the details. Where to begin? I mean, we got the theory of R, pretty much R plus L equals J, confirmed in this episode. It's still a question mark, but it was pretty much confirmed that Jon is noble blood. That pretty much was a confirmation, especially how they did the whole, the flashback with Bronn, and I'll get more into Bronn later. But that went in his face. I had to bring that out. You know what I'm saying? I have to bring out what Littlefinger, Lord Baylor said, and maybe some sibling rivalry here. Sansa versus Jon. Jon's like, we gotta trust each other. Littlefinger's like, yo. This one, and the King of the North got a shout out to little lady Mama, and got a shout out to the little King of the North. That was just phenomenal. And the ending scene. I also got to point out, how in the world did Varys? There must have been a time skip, because Varys was in Dorne, and then all of a sudden you see him on the ship going to Westeros. Explain that, please. That made no sense. Other than that, everything else made sense. I also got to side note, Uncle Benji, okay, him dropping some very important information about the wall and the ancient magic used. That's why I like to use with a K, not magic with a C, but magic with a K. Ancient magic used on the wall, and he can't approach. And will that affect the Night King and the Whites and the White Walkers and all those creatures? No say, I have no clue how it's going to go down, but that's very important to keep note of. Now, let's take it back to the origin, and to the beginning of the episode, where the trial, they hyped the hell out of it. They hyped this up so much, where you have doggone, right before you see Cersei, she getting prepared, King Tommen, all that. And the music that was chosen to play, my goodness. And then we went to Silence and Soloris, the whole thing with him, and Retribution, the confession, and everything, right? And again, we got another theory confirmed about another fan theory about the dragon fire being lit up, and that Cersei would be the one to destroy the city. Will Jaime be the one to kill her? Because that's another fan theory. And he comes back at the end and sees her crowned. But the whole thing, Tommen committing suicide. Who saw that coming? Now, we know about the prophecy about her losing all the kids. Who saw that coming? Hey, who saw that coming, though? Yo, that was nice. Not nice, suicide ain't nothing to play with, but that was nice. The whole, what I've been saying the entire season, you don't pack a dangerous player in the game into a corner. What did Cersei do? She took out everybody. She took out every single person that was a threat to her in one fell swoop. And, the whole torture scene, and she's, retribution, her confession to the sister of the Septum. That whole thing. Doggone, finally we take out doggone Grand Maester Pyston in his oh my goodness, in his horse ways. We saw that. Finally, he gets taken out. Thank you. I've been wanting him to be dead for like 4 seasons now. Okay, he should have been gone. That was the death I really was glad about. And just Cersei's plays and her finally getting on the throne, and her not even. And we know how much she loves her children, but I think at this point she just resigned to it. How will Jaime react? And speaking of Jaime, the savagery that he pulled against Lord Walter Frey. Lord Walter Frey's arrogance. He's trying to compare him and Jaime. And Jaime's like, have you ever thrown hands? You ever been on the back? Like, what's your fighting record like? You disrespecting Blackfish. What you been about? Oh, talking about victory and trying to compare the same. Oh, the only battlefield you've been in is excuse me, Jaime is a war veteran, mind you. Okay, so that was foolishness. But Jaime coming out with the shots fired. Jaime and and homeboy, the sales sword. That their interaction's hilarious. The whole thing with Jaime again being a pretty boy, attracting women and like into him and whatnot. And now that we know that was Arya, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how Jaime and Arya get down, how their interactions are going to be from now on. But speaking of Arya, I got to bring up Faceless Man. Now, I was talking to a homie, and he was upset by how they changed up Arya's storyline. I'm like, look, blame the fact that they cut the season short. They cut the series short, and blame it on the short seasons. Okay, these 10-episode seasons. I don't mind the change, given that fact, and I don't mind, again, she came back and took out Lord Walter Frey. Now, he said in the books, Arya was sent by the Faceless Men. I don't mind Arya coming back on her own, because this is an alternative. This is an alternative road that which she could have taken, which is cool. Which is cool to see. She still has her identity, but she has, this new personhood about her, which is very interesting to say the least. She comes back in the fray. It's going to be very interesting to see, her reunion with, her siblings, Jon Snow, and Sansa Stark. Be very interesting. It'd be very interesting, Littlefinger, to see his relationship. Will he finally marry Sansa, even if she turned him down? I gotta say this: the dude was looking like Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, and doggone Doctor Strange looking old. Speaking of old, talking about Tyrion Lannister. Tyrion Lannister, I mentioned he looked aged. He definitely looked aged in this episode. Oh my goodness, bro, looked like he done been around the block several years, and much different from season 1, definitely. His face, it just showed age. And his whole thing, I compare it to what Sansa said about prayer. And y'all know I've had my issues with Sansa. And her thing about her being a child and whatnot. And Sansa, it's like when she doesn't talk, she's a better character. But when she starts opening her mouth, she starts talking some foolishness. Tyrion, on the other hand, can't get enough of the man when he starts to talk about being a cynic, most of life not being believing, but he believes in Daenerys Stormborn, and she makes him the Hound of the Queen, which was very, very nice. And he almost shed some manly tears. Speaking of manly tears, almost shed some manly tears myself. But that whole rejection of a lover situation between Daenerys and Homeboy, okay, telling him to stay. And let's just say some situations in my life I can relate to that very much So in being rejected, being friend zoned, not being a former lover in that kind of situation, but I can relate to a degree with what he's dealing with and wishing her the best. Sees the potential in her, and she just reject outright for whatever reasons. She doesn't accept it. Tyrion not being consoling, that was kind of funny, but he was speaking some good stuff nonetheless. Varys the spider didn't say anything, but he made a couple of appearances. Anytime Varys makes appearances, something good's gonna happen. We see Lady Tyrell and Dorne talking to triple OG Lady Tyrell once again, just laying a smackdown verbally on these folks, man, on these young folks. Oh my gosh, she kills me every time she speaks. She just is on point. Except for that time she spoke with Cersei. Other than that, she's been on point. She's like, let grown women speak. Who are you? You just be quiet. Okay, just be quiet. Y'all talking some foolishness, please. I ain't got time to waste. Oh man, that was just great. That was truly great, man. Let's see. Lord Baelish talking about, putting those thoughts. I mentioned that, which was very nice. Bronn going back in the scene. Very nice. And accepting the role of the Three-Eyed Raven. He's like, regardless if I'm ready or not, I better be ready, because ain't no more time to waste. I am, in this position. Talk about responsibilities in this episode. It was massively so. We didn't see the Hound, which I thought was coming for a little bit when we saw Sam Tully pull up. We saw Sam Tully and his wife and child, and now they show up to the Citadel, and also winter has come, which was very nice to see in a white raven. Was it white raven? Yeah, it was white raven, not a white dove. White dove signifies peace and things of that nature. So Sam shows up, and look, that place looked like what you would imagine. Yeah, I would have been in fair awe and inspired and whatnot as well. No women and children, mind you, in that place. And that one librarian dude, that maester was a piece of work. I'll tell you that right now. And it'll be interesting to see if we see more of him. But that Citadel looked like the doggone what you would imagine a library at Alexandria, the ancient marvel that it was, to look like. So that was a very nice scene. We see Walter Frey. I'm so glad the dude got taken out. I'm so glad. This dude, there's just some people just want him dead. He was one of them. He's just arrogant bastard. Yeah, I just want him dead for real. Let's see. Whatever important. I know there's more. We did see, a small little thing of Theon and Yar at the end of the episode, sailing on the ships, which is nice. That whole thing with the just all the whole fleet. And Daenerys did have a point about keeping the second sons, back at Marine, talking about alliances and stuff. She talked about that Fugate. Man, please, ain't nobody buying that whole, it makes sense, but ain't nobody buying that, I gotta marry and provide alliances like that, the lover, and ain't nobody buying that. Come on now, stop, Daenerys, stop. You don't lie to the man. You ain't gotta lie to the man. Come on now. You ain't gotta lie to him. We didn't see Jorah, so I'm hoping to see him next season to see what becomes of that. That'll be very nice. And see more of the Hound next season. See more of Homeboy next season in Marine. See what goes down there. That'll be very nice. Let's see. What other things? Because I know there was a few other things I wanted to talk about in this episode. So most of the major stuff. Oh yes, the stabbings and the whole thing with gotta go back to Grandmaster Pasa, because I thought of Etubute, and you too, Brutus, the stabbing of Julius Caesar, as well as, if any of you remember Lord of the Flies, or a fan of it, the killing of Simon, the killing / murder of Simon. I thought of that with Grandmaster Pycelle and have the kids do it. Man, that's brutal. That's a brutal way to go out. Let's see. Anything else? I know I've hit most of the important stuff. There's a lot of good details in this episode, and the talk in the North was very important in how they regret and how they're gonna back House Stark. People back winners. It's understandable. Oh, one last thing. Definitely got to talk about because I think it's going to be playing a major role. Lady Melisandre, and being exiled to the South. Okay, and Jon being just, and we see, of course, with Sir Davos and his whole thing with Stanley Baratheon's daughter and how he loved her like a daughter, and the whole thing about that scene was very emotional, very intense. It, on a different note than the scene with Daenerys and her lover, that was intense and emotional as well. But this scene, I mean, you could almost cut the tension with a knife. And the whole thing about being wrong, and the one line that probably made the entire episode, if you really think about it. I mean, there was a lot of phenomenal lines, but when Sir Davos talks about how many lives it cost, and then it gets back, and remember I mentioned responsibility. Yes, you made a mistake, but how much did it cost? How many lives? And then, but she did drop that. Look, it wasn't just me, it was also Stannis and the mother. So the parents are at guilt too. And I don't think Sir Davos recognized it was that level. And Jon, in processing. And again, we're continually seeing this transformation in Jon, where he's being forced to become much colder, and you could say it represent the wolf, represent the North. I'm not certain, snow, but he's forced to become colder because of the decisions he's have to make. He cannot be soft, to say the least. He has to come down. He is just, but things are becoming much more increasingly pressured. And he talked about the war in the North and the Assembly. And here's the thing, man. Even if Sansa makes a power play, how are they going to follow her? But Cersei's on the throne. Gotta mention that. Cersei's on the throne. She mentioned it. I still say, I still hold, and my prediction is seeming like it's going to be correct. She's going to be one of the last to fall. Now, who's going to win the Game of Thrones, if anybody? We must talk about this. The candidates right now, of course, Cersei Lannister. She's on the Iron Throne. Does anybody think she'll make it? Nope. Jaime may kill her. There's Jaime, but he likely won't sit upon the Iron Throne. Then you have, we gotta throw in Arya Stark. She's an unlikely candidate, but it's a possibility. Sansa Stark's an unlikely candidate, but it's still a possibility. Jon Snow is a very likely candidate, especially now he's King of the North. Of course, we got Daenerys Stormborn, aka Daenerys or / Daenerys Targaryen to speak of. We also have Tyrion Lannister still in the game, ladies and gentlemen. We even have Varys and Littlefinger. And doggone Littlefinger's announced that, I want to be on the throne, and I want you, Sansa. So, we still got some players. And of course, gotta mention this to a different degree. We got the Night King out here. Gotta bring in the Night King. And of course, and I still keep bringing this up, doggone the Iron Bank. Where the hell, when will the Iron Bank come into the game? The Iron Bank, I know they're gonna come into the game at some point. The Iron Bank is going to be pivotal in this entire thing, especially with the Lannisters. And of course, we got the House of Dorne, so we got some wars coming. Season 7 is about to be lit. Hopefully, about as lit as Season 6. I don't expect to the same level. I cannot expect. Because Season 6, another perfect episode. This episode, oh my goodness, just did so many things so well. Answered so many questions. Put forth like a season finale is supposed to do. And not only the hype, just to set up so much story. And now the massive plot progression that occurred this season, especially in this episode. Like, so much is about to go off at this one time. that is just like, yes, what we've been waiting for so long is finally here. Thank you for doing this right. This is how you do a season finale, ladies and gentlemen. This is like what I think of a lot of Arrow season finales, Sons of Anarchy season finales, the best shows that I watch season finales. This is that kind of, this was the level, okay? This is what I'm talking about. Unexpected Wonder, like and subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on this episode. What do you expect to come out of season 7? It's going to be very interesting to see. Alright, y'all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night.